As the Z Fighters would watch Goku as he engaged in his battle against Cell, distinctly watching the fight would be Diana and Gohan. They were very keen on what was happening, with Diana watching and even coaching Gohan through the fight, while giving details of what she experienced. But of anyone that noticed rather intently, it was Vegeta. He could tell when someone's warrior instinct was taking over. And the way that Gohan was looking, anticipating, judging and critiquing throughout the fight, he could tell that they were up to something, until finally he would become annoyed and his curiosity had been piqued. "What exactly are you two trying to figure out?" Vegeta said to the group. "That little display of yours against Cell was really the best that you can do. Then I don't expect your Kakarot or your son to learn much of anything. It's going to take a lot more than cheap tricks to win." "I agree, Vegeta. That's why I went first. They wouldn't have learned anything from you except failure." "What was that?" "As a matter of fact, what good could you ever teach when it comes to battle? I mean, your history is nothing but failures, one after another. Am I right?" "Are you trying to pick a fight with me, woman?" "Don't act so high and mighty. This isn't as before when we first met. My power dwarfs yours, even now. With that little Senzu bean of yours, it changes nothing. If we fought, I would obliterate you." "Keep telling yourself that, Vegeta." "We can settle this later." "Anytime. You know where we live. I'm always welcome to humble you a little further." Diana would go back to Gohan, making sure that he was paying keen attention to what was happening. In the meantime, Goku's fight with Cell would be similar to how it was in the original timeline, with very little deviating from the fight, although Goku would be fighting a lot more intensively, trying to give it his all, and Cell would match that ferocity. "I must say, it is quite an honor to fight against the legendary Son Goku." "Believe me, the pleasure's mine. After all, you're said to be Dr. Jiro's perfect creation. It means you were built for someone like me. I was built for someone a lot stronger than you." "You know, when I look back at the doctor's databanks, his obsession with you, it was rather alarming to me. I mean, even for my pre-developed mind, I could never quite figure out why he had such an obsession with such a little child. Perhaps it was due to his pride and ego. He couldn't stomach the fact that someone so inferior could destroy all of his hard work." "Then if you know all of that, why are you following his ambitions?" Goku would ask. "Every android that I've come across so far, in one way or another, they always end up doing the bidding of their master, never able to take their destiny into their own hands." "Are you trying to dissuade me from my actions, Goku? Trying to appeal to my logic and reason?" "I think you're a little confused, but no problem. Saiyan minds, they're not as developed as their bodies, so allow me to enlighten you. My actions, what I've chosen to do, they're of my own volition. The good doctor only wanted me to achieve perfection and then do something as foolish as world conquest, but honestly, it's all beneath me. I seek enlightenment, understanding, and for me, that understanding can only come through the exchanging of fists. No pun intended, but within my very cells are different beings, different fighters from all walks of life. And while your actions and your words contradict one another, there's one thing that doesn't lie. Your cells, your DNA, that is where the truth lies. The Saiyan DNA inside of me, it tells me to seek out strong and powerful opponents. The Amazonian DNA inside of me, it tells me that I have so much more to achieve than the Mechian DNA. It tells me that there are levels that I have yet to reach. All of your cells, all of these different life forms and beings, even the human, and yet the cells are what speak. The cells, my very makeup, it tells me that I can't remain stagnant. I agree with that, Goku would say. I would hate it if I couldn't get stronger. I want to go farther. But is threatening the lives of everyone on this planet the best way to go about it? It's the only way. You see, your growth and my growth are two entirely different growths. I have had dreams, premonitions, something that tells me that I came into existence for an even greater purpose. And how can I achieve that in safety, in boundaries? If everything isn't on the line, if I don't have that sense of urgency, that sense of dread, I can't grow. I can't improve in a world that won't force me to. It's evolution, Goku. My evolution. My evolution, my perfection, it should not stop here. I must grow or I will stagnate. If I stagnate, I lose my purpose. But I can't grow in an environment that doesn't push me to grow. I can't grow in a world where there's no one to challenge me. And what greater challenge is there than the challenge of death? Of knowing that when I face an opponent, my life is on the line. In the heat of battle, I have to adapt. I have to grow. I have to change. You feel it too, don't you? You don't just feel it when you're sparring for the fun. You like the thrill. You like the chase. It's why you let Vegeta live. Knowing that he could one day prove to be a threat to your world again. But you relished that. A part of you was disappointed when Piccolo turned good. What? Don't deny it. You fought against the Demon King Piccolo, the being that killed your master, that killed your mother-in-law, tried to kill the woman you love, and tried to kill you among all the other people. He was responsible for your friend's death. And as much as you hate him, as much as you detest everything that he stood for, a part of you loved it. A part of you felt like you were getting something that you didn't know you needed. You needed that oxygen. You needed to breathe. And the fear of death is what gave you life. That's what I need, Goku. I need to feel alive. I need to feel it in here. That's why I always wanted to fight you. I always envisioned what it would be like to fight against the great son Goku. To actually have that feeling. But I'm disappointed. Because now that I stand before you, you don't give me that breath of life. All I feel is sadness because I thought that I was facing a warrior, but instead, all I'm facing is a relic past its prime. I see, Goku would say. He then flew into the air and Cell would follow, before he fired a ki blast into the ground and blew up the arena. This is an interesting development. You said it yourself. You don't feel enticed. You don't feel alive? Well, how about I start breathing some life into you? This tournament, your rules, how about we just throw it out the window? Let's be honest. This fight wasn't going to end with a ring out. And you don't want that. You keep talking about cells, talking about DNA. Why don't we just cut the bullshit? You want a real fight, Cell? Fine. That's what I'll give you. I'll give you exactly what you wanted. And in the end, you're going to end up like every other android, every other creation of Dr. Giro's, everything he's ever built to try to take me out. It always ends up destroyed. And sadly enough, you're going to have to learn the same lesson that your master couldn't figure out. There's nothing in this earth that you can build that I can't destroy. I brought down the Red Ribbon Army once, and this will be the final time. I hope you find peace in the afterlife with your maker. Oh, so who's talking to me now? Are you Goku? Or are you the Saiyan warrior Kakarot? I am the Saiyan that was raised on Earth. I am a proud warrior of the Earth. But right now, I'm just a guy that's pissed off. And I'm gonna take it all out on you. Bring it. Cell and Goku would then ramp up their fight, as Goku was going to give it his all. And Cell, well, she was feeling every waking moment, every hit, every shot. Despite the pain, Cell was feeling joyous, and she wanted to give that joy right back in return. Maybe, just maybe, could Goku really be the one? The one in her dreams? For a split second, she felt like it was possible. And for Goku, his desperation led him to attempt his ultimate gambit. As he went high into the sky, higher than even Cell, he was preparing to rain down a fully charged Kamehameha wave. Of course, Cell thought that this was just a repeat of the first attempt although in a different position. So what? You're gonna borrow a page from your wife's playbook? Go on, go ahead. Hit me with everything you've got, Goku. Fine. But remember, you asked for this. Guys, Krillin would say, he's a little high up, don't you think? That blast, he's charging it way higher than normal. Huh? Trunks said, with the way he's charging it, if he throws that thing directly at the planet, he might blow all of us sky high. Diana and Gohan would look to them. It's okay. If worse comes to worse, At least we'll all go at once. What? You can't be serious. No way. Kakarot wouldn't do something that rash. Not even with Earth on the line. He's not that damn bold. Ha! May! Wait a second. The way that he's charging that... Cell had to think to herself, how much did Goku really want to win this? Was he so determined? Was he so desperate to take her out that he'd be willing to destroy the planet in the process? And if he was going to put all of his energy into it, every last drop... Oh, crap. Wait a second. Goku? Cell would say. Come on now. You're a rational man. You wouldn't do something like this. It's not in you. Yeah. I thought there was a lot of things I wouldn't do till today. But you know, like they always say, there's a first time for everything. Oh God. Goku, no! Goku! Kakarot! He can't be serious! You wanted this, right, Cell? You wanted everything I've got. Well, here! Take it! Goku, don't! At that moment, Goku would then disappear. And suddenly, that supercharged, planet-destroying Kamehameha wave was gone with him. What the? Where the hell did he... Surprise! You bastard! Ha! Cell's entire upper half would be obliterated. There was nothing left but her legs and a half a stump of a body as it went cascading to the ground. He had used the instant transmission technique. Warp Kamehameha wave. Charging up a fully blast attack, one capable of destroying the planet, and then firing it at point-blank range. It was Goku's ace in the hole, and there was no way Cell was getting up from that. At least, that's what they would have liked to believe. Because Cell's lifeless half of a body would then spring back to life, and Cell would regrow her upper torso, now restored once again. Wow, you really wanted to kill me. You are something else. Really, you are one insane son of a gun, Goku, and I love it. You've got to be kidding me. That was everything he had, wasn't it, Mother? I'm afraid so. Don't be shy, Goku. This is only just the beginning. You've got to have more. Give me more! Goku and Cell would continue their fight. Similar to the original timeline, though, Goku would reach his limits. At least this time, though, Cell was huffing and puffing, so at least it meant that she was being worn down a bit. But for Goku, he knew what this meant. Come on! Aren't you having fun, Goku? Yeah. Boy, sure know how to tire a guy out. But I'm afraid this is where my journey ends. What? Yeah, I give up. You win, Cell. What? You're saying this is it? This is all you have? What? You wanted me to go all out and give it my all? Well, I did. No. First your wife, and now you? You're telling me that this is all you have. Believe it or not, you're pretty strong. I should honestly give Dr. Jerome more credit. You're a tough android to break. You can't be serious. Don't worry. It's like you said. There was going to be one more, right? That's who you're waiting for. How did you? I had an idea. A hunch. I didn't want it to be correct, but it was. What's he talking about? Piccolo would ask. Goku pulled out the 2 Senzu beans he had taken from Krillin, and much to Krillin and the other Z-Fighters' dismay, he launched one to Cell. This trick again? It was cute the first time, but now it's really infuriating. There's no trick. Trust me, you're going to need that, because it's going to take all of your energy for this next fight. Personally, you should enjoy it, because it's going to be your last. Oh, I didn't know you had jokes. That wasn't in the programming. Can't quit my day job. You don't have a job. I can't argue with that. Goku would fly up to where Diana and Gohan were. Diana pulled her sword from her side and gave it to her son, as he attached it to his back. Well, son, were you able to learn what you could? Yeah, I got a pretty good idea of what I'm going up against. Well then, it's time. Don't worry, we'll be right behind you. You've got this, Gohan. Goku, what are you? Kakarot! Radix ran up to him. You can't be serious! You're throwing your son into this? I don't think this is the best course of action, Chi-Chi would say. Your son, Kakarot? Vegeta said. Seriously, this is the best you can do, pinning all of your hopes on your half-breed. Out of everyone here, he's the one that's got the best chance. The only one. Goku, you can't be serious! Piccolo was starting to fume. It's okay, Mr. Piccolo. I actually want this. What? I can't explain it, but I feel like this is my destiny. It's what I was meant to do. Cell would smile. She was getting what she wanted, although it was anticlimactic. She wanted Goku to fight until his arms gave out, fight until he couldn't fight anymore, fight until his heart stopped beating. But just 2 regular ring outs? A forfeit? No. Now Cell was pinning all of her hopes on this next match. I can't say I'm not surprised, but I should let you know, Gohan. You're the last fighter of the day. Outside of you, I have no interest in any of those background characters up there. I kind of figured that. Then figure this. If you can't beat me, your planet goes bye-bye. And I figured that too. But really though, does it have to be this way? Can't we figure something else out? Anything? Gohan, do you know about dreams? What about them? It's often said that dreams are a gateway to the soul. Your innermost thoughts, your innermost feelings, everything, your dreams, give them all. Even I dream, and I've had many. And in all of my dreams, it's always been the same. A boy and a girl standing on the battlefield. Two warriors who I can't name, that they fight. One represents hope, the other represents chaos. Tell me why I've had that dream, Gohan. And I know you've had the same. How do you know about... I think you know. There's something about us different from all the others. Why we're here. Why we do this. You know it just as well as I do. You're special. You belong here, Gohan. Here with me. This moment in our lives, this is what we came into existence for. You're the only one that can give me what I want to know. Am I the strongest? Am I the best that I can be? That's all I want answered. And you're the only one that can answer that question. I noticed you watching me, watching this fight. And you had the same thoughts in your head that I did. That they weren't strong enough. You thought they were holding back, didn't you? I thought the same. But of course, I would think that in the heat of battle. But why would you think that? Unless you were comparing their power to your own. And you thought that they weren't giving it their all. Because when you compare their power to yours, you've got so much more. Just like me. You don't have to die, Cell. Still showing me empathy, huh? A courtesy. I can't say that taking life is something that I would be fond of. I'm not. I like to practice. I like to train with my family. But I don't do it for the sport. I don't do it to hurt others. Every living being deserves a chance. But I can only give you one chance. If you're determined to see this through, you will die. You know that, right? And you know that if you can't beat me, everyone dies. Unfortunately, yes. Then it appears we've reached an impasse. You're not gonna stop, are you, Cell? You already know the answer to that. I wish we could have figured out another way. Maybe in another life, Cell would now power up as Gohan did the same. Let the final round of the Cell games begin. This concludes Dragon Ball World's Strongest. What if Wonder Woman was in Dragon Ball? Part 23. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is Power Core Productions and Podcastings that has to come out now and in the future. Stay tuned this Friday as we will be doing Dragon Ball World's Strongest, What If Wonder Woman Was in Dragon Ball, Part 24, the conclusion of the Cell Saga. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with Power Core Productions and Podcastings, signing off, and I'll see you next time.